Bitcoin is pumping.
It's going to do whatever it wants to do.
And right now, Bitcoin wants to go up.
At this point, Bitcoin is up about 20%, if you can believe.
In the last 10 to 12 days, we've actually experienced a ranging market in the Bitcoin chart. But on Monday, something different happened. We saw a spike in Bitcoin, over 5% pump. And many thought it was just a fake out or something like that. But even up to now, we are still experiencing that pump. And if you think this is just a random move, you need to think again, because behind the scene, a lot is happening. Whales are stacking, smart money is moving, and histories are being shattered. So in this video, I'm going to be revealing to you 4 major fundamentals why we saw a major pump in Bitcoin this week and why it is still pumping. Number 3 is the most fascinating of them all, and you don't want to miss it. If you stick to the end of this video, I'm going to be showing you a major token I am 100% sure is going to pump together with Bitcoin and give you at least 2x. Welcome to my channel. I'm Ogi, and for my returning subscribers, I'm very grateful for subscribing. And if you have not subscribed, you have to smash the subscribe button. One of the major reasons why we are currently experiencing this Bitcoin pump is that in over 2 weeks, Bitcoin just recorded its biggest inflow on April 20th. What does this mean? Simple. All the while when we're experiencing the up and down movement in the Bitcoin chart, what was actually going on was accumulation. This often signifies renewed interest or positioning, either from buying or selling. But in this particular scenario, it's all lined up with bullish sentiment, indicating accumulation rather than dumping. This surge in activity really showed that big players were likely preparing for a major move, which helped push prices up as demand increases and confidence returned back to the market, therefore making Bitcoin pop over 5%. The good news is that outflows are actually drying up while inflows are gaining momentum. To those that are actually confused, in ETFs, we want to always see an inflow of USD, and this is actually what we are currently experiencing. Outflows means they are actually selling BTC in the ETF, while inflow means they are actually buying BTC. And this strong inflow that was recorded on April 20th was about $381 million that was going into the funds. Another major reason behind the recent Bitcoin pump was a historic milestone that was recorded over last weekend. For the first time in the history of Bitcoin, we saw a staggering $2.5 billion worth of Bitcoin purchased over the weekend in a single day. Meaning, in the last 16 years of Bitcoin existence, over the weekend, we haven't recorded such purchase. During the weekend, there's always a low volume activity in the crypto space. There's less institutional activity, less liquidity, and usually even less price action. But this time, there was something different. Over last weekend, there was massive buy volume, signaling an aggressive accumulation, likely by big players or even institutions preparing for a breakout. And this was one of the major reasons why on Monday we saw that spike over 5% in Bitcoin. Thirdly, this is where it gets really interesting. On-chain data actually reveals that about 170,000 Bitcoin have started moving from 3 to 6 month holder cohort. Why does this matter? Because this particular group has a history of timing major market shift. It's as if they are always aware of when Bitcoin is about to pump. As you can see, the green part marked on the chart is when they start moving their coin, and whenever they do so, the market start pumping. And the red part is when they are actually inactive, and at that moment Bitcoin start falling. So this kind of movement suggests that smart money might be rotating in and expecting further upside, and when these season holders start acting, the market actually listens. Finally, one of the major reasons why Bitcoin is actually pumping is as a result of the whales. We can't avoid them in this particular discussion. We saw a noticeable surge in the number of Bitcoin addresses. More than 16 new wallets holding over 1,000 Bitcoin have appeared since early March, a signal of increasing whale activities. The number of these wallets has actually increased from 2,037 to a high of 2,107 in April alone. These are not actually your average retail traders. These are whales, institutions, and even possibly sovereign entities like countries as well. When whales are buying, they are not actually positioning for a small pump, they are actually waiting for a bigger move, and that is what we are actually seeing unfold this week. Bitcoin surged over 15% from $84,000 to about $97,000 in 1 week alone. Fundamentally speaking, there is currently no negative news around Bitcoin for it to drop. As a matter of fact, we should be expecting more highs from Bitcoin. If Bitcoin could go above 12% in 1 week, I'm very sure that before the month end, we hit $100,000, and in the first 2 weeks of May, we are going to soar to a new all-time high. Currently, this BTC chart actually shows the strongest demand from buyers, with companies like MetaPlanet, MicroStrategy, and even GameStop advocating to buy BTC. There is no stopping currently. It goes a long way to show you how people now view Bitcoin as a store of value around the world. One fundamental reason why I think Bitcoin will continue to pump is that currently we've seen the lowest balance of Bitcoin in exchanges around the world. What does this simply mean? It means that a massive withdrawal of Bitcoin from exchanges is happening currently, and when people withdraw their Bitcoin or digital asset from exchanges, it means they are ready to store it instead of trading it at that particular point in time. Just last week, Bitcoin moved from being the 7th largest asset in the world to becoming the 5th largest asset, surpassing other companies like Google and even Amazon. This goes a long way to show you how Bitcoin is improving. So what are your thoughts, guys? What do you think about Bitcoin? Do you think this might just be a fake move, or this is beginning of something great? I for one think we will see a new all-time high by next month. Now before you go, I did promise of showing you an asset that I'm very certain will produce 2x of its amount immediately Bitcoin start pumping. Watch this video above to check out this particular asset and the whole fundamental and technical reasons around it. So thank you guys for staying to the end. Don't forget to like, comment, and even subscribe.